I don't do this very often, but in this video, I want to break down the Patrick Mahomes tape in the Super Bowl. I'm going to be focusing mostly on the negative plays that happened and try to figure out what exactly went wrong. Now, I personally believe, and I will debate this, that ultimately there was two ways this Super Bowl can have gone. It would have been a close game with the Chiefs winning the game, or it would have been a blowout for the Eagles because they're just a far superior team. And I personally think that Brett Veach has not done enough to surround Mahomes with the requisite talent. Yes, he made some solid moves. Every GM makes some solid moves. I mean, even the Giants GM Joe Shane had a really great draft last year, but that doesn't take into account that you're a contender and you didn't make enough good moves. When it comes to filling out the receiver talent, when it comes to filling out that offensive line, I can go through all of it. So we're going to see exactly what was the wrong in this game. Let's dive right into it. All right. I'm not going to play all the plays. Of course, I'm going to stop because of copyright here and there. But first play here. So in this play right here, I believe this is a third down play. Third down. I believe the Eagles might be up a touchdown at this point too. And you need a decent amount of yardage. All right, let's see. It's a play action play. Xavier Worthy. Now, this is one thing I've been saying about Xavier Worthy. He's fast, but he's not shifty. He doesn't really break tackles. Like once you put your hands on Worthy, you're tackling him, and he doesn't really have the moves to make people miss. So he's just a really fast dude. I will say it and I'll say it again. The Chiefs trading up for Worthy was not worth it, and it never will be worth it. He's just a fat, really fast guy. Let's move on to the next play. Now, that other play was, I think, a first down play, so I completely messed up the plays I was going to show you, but I already kind of gave my logic regarding Worthy. This is 3rd and 9. So Patrick Mahomes motions P. Ryan towards him. It's pretty obvious at this point. They're not going to send a blitz. The Eagles do not really send blitzes. So 4-man rush. And in this play, look at all the potential receivers. Nobody's open. Patrick Mahomes goes down. Of course, this is an elite defensive line. They completely bully Jawan Taylor right into Mahomes, forcing Mahomes to go up. Someone told me, oh yeah, he's like better than average Jawan Taylor. That was the biggest cap I've ever heard. Jawan Taylor is trash. He's a garbage offensive tackle, and the Chiefs decided to sign him for Orlando Brown, even though Orlando Brown is nothing to snuff at, but at least he doesn't get as many false starts and terrible penalties as Jawan Taylor. But this forced Patrick Mahomes to come up. Now maybe you can go here. Locked up, locked up, locked up. Nobody's open. The only potential option here is Travis Kelce, but there's a double team right here. A guy spying Kelce, preventing him, and Cooper DeJean has him in the box. And Mahomes can't even look anywhere because he has to go up and around. Ends up being a negative play where Mahomes has to throw it away because nobody's open on this play. All right, we fast forward a bit. First down, 4 minutes left. Eagles are only up by a touchdown, 3rd and 3. Very doable for a conversion for the Chiefs. I mean, they're an elite 3rd down conversion team. They've been all year. Like the ball, Worthy goes in motion. I don't know how I feel about Worthy being here. I mean, they're 100% not going to run it, and I don't trust Worthy enough to really make a play with his, like, he's fast. He's just not a mover. He doesn't really make people miss. I'm going to keep on repeating that. That's not Worthy's strong suit. So hike the ball. The guy right here immediately is just watching this, being careful. I'm guessing that one of these receivers should have been open here. Now, he's completely locked up. I don't know if this was the play. Hollywood right here could have been potentially a first down once Mahomes kind of moves, but Hollywood did not sit here. He should have sat here for the first down, but instead drifted to the defensive back right here. If he sat down, this would have been a good play for Mahomes, but he started moving with Mahomes, and Mahomes makes a bad throw. Not gonna lie, a bad throw, and it was not a first down, of course. And if you're looking at this play too, like again, they were able to get a lot of pressure. Mahomes is good, but honestly, Mahomes had to step right up. He didn't have to panic too much, but the pressure was right in his face because Joe Tooney's not a left tackle. He's a left guard, but he has to play left tackle because their left tackles are so garbage. And then he ran right to this edge rusher who got his hand on him because he stayed disciplined. Good play by the edge on the right. But yeah, Chiefs just couldn't convert here. This just wasn't a good play. Hollywood should have sat, and the offensive line couldn't protect long enough. All right, another 3rd and 3 play. The Chiefs fortunately got the ball back. Why? Because they had an interception on Jalen Hurts, only down by 7. It's time to convert. What are the Chiefs going to do here? P. Ryan in motion again. I don't want to show too much because of copyright. He's in the backfield. Eagles adjust. Now, and in this play, this is all Mahomes. This is all Mahomes. This was a bad play by Mahomes. He had one option. He was going to throw it to Trav. Maybe Trav should have drifted a little bit more towards this hole right here. But ultimately, Patrick Mahomes threw a bad ball. This is all Mahomes. This is his fault for this conversion. All Mahomes. Nobody else to blame. It was a tough throw, but Mahomes is capable of making that throw. All Mahomes. Bad play. So far, I would say 2 of the plays that were critical plays was not Mahomes' fault. One of them 100% was. All right, this is the pick 6. Now we're going to see exactly what happened. Now this is 3rd and 16. I technically probably should show the play that caused them to get down here in the first place, but I'm not going to show everything, of course, because we don't got all day. So hike the ball. They're out. Okay, so what exactly is Mahomes seeing? Is he looking at this guy? He rolls out to the right. Could he hit P. Ryan right here for the little bootleg and try to get a little bit more yards? But you want the and usually when it comes to the Chiefs and the bootleg, it usually works. Now, D-Hop is a potential target. Hollywood, does he sit? No. This is closed immediately by Kenyon though. So what is Mahomes looking at? Now, none of this is really that open. I think Cooper DeJean's really in good position to affect this play. And Kenyon's right here. Like, they're all in a very good position. This is not open. It may look it. It's not open. This is probably not open either because Cooper is right here. Your best bet is here. And Cooper DeJean follows Patrick Mahomes' eyes and makes a play. Also, the fact that not Patrick Mahomes. Cooper DeJean fell to the Eagles in the 2nd round. It's still disgusting. So the Eagles just played this perfectly. Kenyon was already on his back. I don't think Patrick Mahomes trusts Xavier Worthy to make this play. And he went to the most reliable target, which was D-Hop. And Cooper DeJean made the play. So I would say this is, if I had to give the most blame, I would give mostly this blame to Patrick Mahomes in this play in particular. So I would say 2 for 2. All right, it is 17-0. The Chiefs need to make a play at this very moment. Worthy goes in motion, hikes the ball. He looks here, doesn't trust anything. Honestly, he could have made a play here and here, but he moves his eyes towards the center. Maybe that was the intention, to move the coverage over towards the right. But Patrick Mahomes, pressure right here. He gets frazzled because, again, this defensive line is bullying this offensive line. So the pressure is right in his face. Bad throw by Mahomes. This was open, but I know the pressure was there. But Mahomes got frantic. He got frantic. Down 17-0, a lot of pressure. You're constantly having pressure in your face, and you're just making bad plays. So this one was on Mahomes right here. So now the Chiefs are down 24-0. It's completely ugly at this point. The Eagles are doing their job by scoring points. Patrick Mahomes threw 2 pretty bad interceptions. Of course, that the receivers are not really getting open and the offensive line is getting bullied. And there's a non-existent run game right now. So right now, the Chiefs got to make plays. So we're going to see how they kind of adjust. I probably will end it at the first half because the second half, I don't really care. They're getting blown out. It was pretty much over by then. But let's, at the very least, see all the plays in the first half. All right, see what they do. This is Justin Watson, D-Hop, and Worthy are the receivers. Man, that is a terrible receiving core. Sorry, D-Hop, but you're not him anymore. All right, is this D-Hop or Trav? Nope, that's Justin Watson. Why'd I say D-Hop or Trav? Justin Watson or Trav? This is Justin Watson. All right, hike the ball. Nothing's really open. Patrick Mahomes moves up in the pocket. Jawan Taylor's completely on the floor, looking like a little bum. So Patrick Mahomes tries to make a play with his legs. He moves out the pocket. He has time. D-Hop is open. Wide the frick open. And I don't even know what happened there. Like, I'm trying to, this is D-Hop, right? I don't know what happened there. I'm going to say that's all D-Hop. Like, everything was good. Could have been a better pass, sure, but like, I don't know. Let's at the very least look at a different angle. Let's maybe give D-Hop the benefit of the doubt. All right, we're going to look at a different angle to see what exactly happened. So Patrick Mahomes threw the ball. Yep, that's all D-Hop, 100%. No blame to Patrick Mahomes there. Perfect throw. D-Hop just drops the ball. That's tough. Definitely receiver's fault there. All right, I'm going to show one more drive, the first drive of the second half, and then that's all we wrote. I mean, at this point, it was a blowout. There's really no point of watching the rest of the film. All right, Patrick Mahomes, quick throw, get it out. All right, put it in Xavier Worthy's hands. Worthy catches it. He makes a guy miss. He tries to over pursue, and Worthy. See, I just don't like Worthy's feet when he runs. He just like he just stutters when he's running like these quick steps. Like when he strides, he's super fast. But I might be nitpicking, but I'm just not a fan. I watched Worthy all year, and I'm not a fan of how he plays. Maybe he can get better because Tyreek Hill was a kick returner at some point and became a fucking elite receiver. So maybe a Worthy can do the same thing. Can't give up to. I'm not giving up on him. But I just was not a fan. I think people are going to think he played better than he actually did this year. All right, next play. Skip ahead. First down after that Worthy play. Patrick Mahomes hikes the ball. He scans the field. He feels a little frantic here. He got a little scared because Juwan Taylor got pushed back. Let's look at this again, whether or not. All right, so this guy's right here. He's feeling a little panic. He could have made this throw, but there is a player right here. He probably was looking at Kelsey, and then he decides to try to make a play. Got too frantic here, and unfortunately, bad sack. Bad sack by Mahomes. Obviously, the offensive line wasn't the greatest there, but Mahomes honestly was more at fault there. He didn't need to get so frantic, but now he's got a clock going on in his head, and that's not good when you're playing quarterback, obviously. So it was only a minimal loss, 2nd and 11. So what can the Chiefs do now? Hollywood Brown on motion, hike the ball. Patrick Mahomes scans the field. This is not that open. You not only do you have to take into account whether or not they're open, is how much you have trust that they're gonna make a play if you pass it to them as well. That's definitely in Patrick Mahomes' mind. I don't know. Well, there's nobody in route. Like nobody's making a cut to get open, and the pressure is in Patrick Mahomes' face. Like it's GG's here. I'm not like he eventually got open, but the Eagles are playing that short game, so you can't be playing these deeper concepts. It doesn't work because people are gonna think, "Oh yeah, Worthy's so open." I'm like, the Eagles wanted that. They believed in their 4-man rush so much that they were taking away the short and intermediate passes and allowing the deep concepts because of their belief in the defensive line. That is what happened in this. So Patrick Mahomes, immediate pressure. Let's look at the line and see exactly what happened here. Hike, nobody's open. Patrick Mahomes tries to step up, and then he just came around and sacked Mahomes when he tried to step up. The thing about the Eagles defensive line, now they got Mahomes' inner clock ticking. Now, when he steps up, they are staying home so they can react to where he goes, which is the sign of an elite defensive line. All right, 3rd and 17, time to make a play. Are they able to? No blitzing, sending forward again. What is the play? Definitely not going Travis here. So it has to be either Worthy or Juju. Juju is open for a crosser to make it a little bit more manageable. So Mahomes could make the play. The pressure is here, but it's how much faith you have that this guy's going to crash down and make a play. You got to make this throw though, Mahomes. Yes. And because of the pressure, he didn't feel comfortable in setting his feet and making this throw. Mahomes, I mean, you gotta take one for the team at that point. So he breaks out. Nothing is open though. Nothing is open. Like the Eagles are so good in reacting that there's a very small amount of opportunity for these receivers to get. Like none of them are gonna separate the moment the Eagles got their eyes on you. Like yes, Hollywood is open deep. This means nothing. This is a nothing play. Don't think that he's open here. Mahomes is bootlegging to the right. This is an irrelevant play right here. And he tries to break out, make a play. These Eagles defensive linemen are fast. Mahomes tries to run, and he gets a couple. Like at the very least, it makes it a little bit more manageable. But let's see what they do. Looks like the Chiefs punted this ball. So basically they gave up. At that point, once you punt right here, you pretty much gave up on the game, which is unfortunate to see because I don't know why you would rely on your defense because the defense was not playing good either. So overall, here's my opinions. I think Patrick Mahomes eventually got frazzled and that clock started ticking in his head. That made him out of character because the Eagles were able to send 4 and put people back in pressure, and none of these receivers are good enough to get separation, so he needed to make all these plays on timing. The reason why he wasn't able to make a lot of these plays on timing is not only because of the pressure, but also because the Eagles were playing those areas so freaking well because they had the amount of secondary and linebacker help, shout out Zach Bond, to react to what all these receivers are doing. The way to beat the Chiefs, it's a very, very particular type of way, but you have to be able to get pressure with four. That is the key to beating a GOAT level character. Like Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes, you beat them by sending only four and getting pressure. Very, very few teams in NFL history can only send four all game and get pressure consistently. The Eagles are one of them with an elite secondary. It kind of just worked out for them, to be honest. So this team is not good enough. Because compare this to like the Rams, who had a lot more success. The Rams are not a better overall team, but they had players in key spots that the Chiefs just don't have. They have the edge rusher. Karlaftis is not a guy. I'm sorry, like he's solid, but he's more of a scheme dependent guy. The only guy on that defensive line is Chris Jones, but if they double him in the interior, it's hard for him to get consistent pressure. So they don't have an elite edge to be able to win and get consistent pressure on the outside. They just don't have that. And another thing that they don't have is they do not have wide receivers to be able to battle with these DBs and can consistently open. They just don't. D-Hop can't get separation. Worthy doesn't get separation. Juju doesn't get separation. Highwood just got back into the playbook, and he doesn't have the IQ or the ability to separate like that in the short and intermediate game. He's fast, sure. And Travis Kelce's washed. And of course, their run game is inconsistent. So the Chiefs are completely outmatched. The Eagles had the perfect formula to beat the Chiefs. They had an elite team, one of the best constructed teams we've ever seen. Shout out Howie Roseman, Brett Veach. When Andy Reid and Travis Kelce eventually disappear, it's all on you to build a team. And I do not have faith that you can build a team around Patrick Mahomes. Not at all.